Greetings, my friends, greetings, and welcome to the Maine Coast Conservative Network. My name is Arno Matthew Betts, and I will be your host. This podcast is the opinion of the host of today's headlines being shared with you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and now, on to the show. Well, good Monday evening to you, and this is going to be a pre-show. I've been saying in the last show that I was going to be doing a few episodes on progressivism, and I have found a whole bunch of information on top of stuff that I'd already researched and found out, and it's going to take me a while to kind of go through that stuff and get that all situated so I can present to you what I found and understand of it all. And main thing is I want to get it across to everybody, all the new people that start coming to the show. I want to have everybody understand what my podcasts, what the main mission is, what my goal is, what I want to do, what I want to accomplish here. Okay, so I kind of wrote this little what I want to say, and here we go. This topic has so much to it. Progressivism, the history, the movie, the movement it created, what this ideology has caused many to do, the ascent to reality. I always say that it is. I can go on and on. Right now, though, I would like to give you some background on myself so that you and I can get to know each other better. Where do I begin? I guess the best way to start this is to get right to the punch. I grew up in a family that has had progressive influence passed on down from generation to generation. I have a cousin, Steve Betts, a writer for a newspaper in Rockland, and he wrote a book of our family's heritage. And I've yet to get my hands on this book to read myself, but from what I've been told, one of our ancestors was elected to a seat. I'm not sure what seat he won, but I do believe it was state government. And he ran as a progressive. So progressivism has been in the family for quite a while. And maybe my cousin Steve would like to guest on one of my podcasts sometime in the future to share some of his info, and I'm sure he could tell us where to order his book. He's a very good writer. So the point here is that the topic of my next few shows will be about progressivism and secularism, what it's all about, what the beliefs are and are not, how long it's been around, some very interesting history indeed also will be discussed. I want to share here, before I get into the nitty-gritty of this topic, my personal influence it has had over me through the years and how I recognized it and then began to reject it. The more I get into the nitty-gritty of what I found, the more I think you will understand why I chose to reject it. This is the main mission of my political podcasts. I want everyone, and I mean everyone, young and old, doesn't matter, to know what this ideology is and what the consequences are when you choose to embrace it. My mission is to get people to listen, recognize, and then help spread the word about just how bad this ideology is and just what damage it has done to our great society. Please take this journey with me, and we can learn together. We can help our great society. We can help our great president, Donald J. Trump, keep America great by doing this. My turning point was when, if you remember, Dan Rather had just run a story on 60 Minutes Wednesdays about George Bush Jr. and the Air National Guard. It was all a lie. A bold-faced, out-and-out lie. And this lie came from a man that I trusted. I watched him for years. That's why I trusted him. Dan Rather. I still think he does a good job when he's not lying. He is a professional, no question. But the fact is, he lied. And then he got fired from CBS after being a top-notch news anchor. And then, when he got fired, he sued CBS, and he lost, because, again, he proved he lied, and CBS wanted nothing to do with him because he was caught for lying. This was my first step into what I believe to be was liberalism. Now, almost 20 years later, I understand a lot more now about this topic. In the following shows, I will cover all of this and way, way, way more. I'm looking forward to making this show and then sharing it with you. I may have to take a day during the weekend to do these shows, so be looking for it. I will make a post on Twitter and Facebook when it is available for you to listen to, and I have now put a button on my Anchor page for all of you if you want to leave a message or ask a question or whatever you'd like. And just remember, before I upload my show, I edit all foul language. I would like my show to remain as clean as I can keep it. Okay, well, that about covers what I wanted to say about the upcoming episodes. I hope you can give it a listen, and I want comments from you. This show is for you, so you have the right to speak if you choose to do so. And I want to thank you again and again and again for listening in. I would love to get a lot of people to listen and join in, so tell your friends. Share this podcast. Get the word out that this podcast is the voice of conservatives for conservatism. And thank you, and you have a good one. We'll catch you on the next show.